Hey Capricorn, does it feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, possibly? Or does it feel like it's slowly beginning to happen now that Jupiter and Saturn are both out of your sign? I hope that you do. I know that I can feel the sinus pressure, that I can feel what's going on. And I feel like many people may be feeling under pressure because Aquarius has come into those signs, right? And you're like, what do I do with all this freedom now? What am I supposed to do with all of this? How do I work with this? I've just been under pressure for so long. What do I do now? What do I do with all that I've worked for? What do I do? How do I use this energy? Well, depending on the kind of Capricorn that you are, so if you're feeling like, okay, I put a lot of work in, and yet this trips me up. I get kind of stuck. You get into your own prison of like, I'm supposed to be under pressure. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of work. I'm supposed to be climbing to the top. Yet, the universe is like, yo, enjoy it. Why don't you just go enjoy it? Honestly, I know quite a few Capricorns, and to me, you guys are like sincerely perfect. And like everybody has flaws, but your flaw is like, you just need to step out of your way. Like a lot of people have that like issue. We all get in our own ways in front of ourselves for no reason. But for you guys, it's like, what are you doing? Just like move over a little, like go have some fun. Like, what is it that you love to do that you don't have to like think about? What is happening for you? And I think now it's kind of, I wouldn't say a test, though the shift is allowing you to see the work that you've put in internally, and I'm sure externally as well, to see how important it is for you, sure, to climb, to build, to lead, though to also be free of yourself, to be free of the pressures that can keep you in that place, the Magician. And that Sagittarius season kind of gave you a glimpse of like what's possible, of what could happen. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician next to each other looks like magic to me. So keep going with it. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Just go with this energy that wants you to enjoy and be free and to use what you've gathered, to use what you've worked for. Cards are getting really specific for you. I feel like, ooh, here you are. We got quite a few cards, so hold on 1 second for me. You feeling good? How good? Look good, feel good, got your purpose going, your body. If your body is not acting as it normally should, if you're feeling under the pressure and your body's feeling it, sorry, my hair is just in my face. It's important for you to focus on that right now. All earth signs need that, and I'm going to be talking more about that for each sign, like the body, because it's like the most intuitive part. So if your body isn't feeling great, it's important that you work towards that, and if it is, you're golden. Keep going, because even if you're not quite sure of what your purpose is yet, or you're in a place of like really integrating and learning everything that you've been the pressure and the shifts that you've been going through the past few years. I mean, the eclipse was in your sign and the sign of Cancer, which we have out here as well. And also the Saturn and Jupiter thing as well, the conjunction, that all coming out of your sign this year is a lot of relief. So it's kind of this year for you, and I'm going down the path of the year, but this year for you is about learning like where all of that energy is now needed, because it's not going to be as hard. For those of you who have learned, of course, it's not going to be as hard. Let me just get these out for you. It's possible that love is coming into your life too. You might want to make space for that if that's happening. It could be with a Cancer or a Taurus, Gemini. Though, just be sure that you're feeling content about whatever it is that you're making decisions about. Use the sword to keep this magic going. The magic of these cards. So I think that you are one of the best manifestors, physically especially, out of all the signs. And if you really do know what you want right now, it's really a good idea to write it down, but it's a really good idea to ask for it, because most likely you're going to get it, especially if it has to do with partnership, long-term partnership. And the best way to know that within yourself is to get really healthy with yourself. Capricorns, all earth signs need to be really healthy with their body, because their body shows them kind of everything. So for you guys, this is important for you to get really clear on what you want to partner with. And it could be business too. It could be like what you want to do with your life and how you're merging that, how that's coming together for you. And it's important to be really clear about it, because nothing can stop you now, really. This change that's unfolding for you is so it's amazing, honestly, that the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups here is about you feeling good, looking good, and being in that space, and just like letting yourself be in that space and not letting yourself be swayed from that place because you know it's not worth it anymore. Like, you learned something the past few years that no matter how old you are, no matter if you're a man or a woman, you're going to take with you for a really long time. And by you doing you, you're going to teach people just by you doing you. And not that that has to be your, like, the reason why you're doing this. It's just know that by you taking the action of the Fool and just kind of like, what do I really want? Like, let me just go for it. You have a lot of luck on your side right now. You have a lot of magic on your side right now. And you're probably feeling like the best you've ever felt. If not, it will continue to roll out during your season. It's just really important to keep that level head and grounded. Not that you're never grounded, but once you climb that mountain, it's okay to chill. Like, it's okay to chill and take in everything that you've climbed. Like, I feel like I just have to stress that with you guys, because this reading is so positive and it so clearly relays all of the hardship, all of the, like, reaping what you sow. You're going to be reaping that this whole year, especially towards the spring and the summer. It's going to be a big time for you to be really sure about where you're headed and where you're going. Again, even if that's internally, because internally the shift can happen first. And then externally you'll begin to see, oh, this is why, like, I needed to be this person in order to do that. And then for some other people, it's like externally it starts to happen and then things start to sink in. But for you, because of what you've been learning and just the shifts that have been happening for the past few years, I genuinely believe it's kind of a tandem of both, that you're going to start seeing immediate responses. And again, it's wild how it could happen. So for you guys, it's about staying really sure in your body and not going too overboard with, I feel good, I'm going to go so hard. It's okay to do that. Just in your season, I think 2020 has been telling you to, take a breather from even yourself sometimes. That's your biggest, definitely one of your biggest thing, is just to take the pressure off, chill, relax. But even like without going too overboard there, that's possibly something you've learned about as well. And I really do think that, and I really do see here, the cards are relaying how strong you are and how strong you've become. And it's time to kind of let that guide you. It's time to let yourself be sure of yourself. Because essentially, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has been preparing you for this time to make those decisions for yourself, because you probably couldn't have made these decisions years ago. Especially when so much is being thrown at you and so many things are asked, like life is constantly asking you to do better. Life is constantly asking you to keep going. Life is constantly asking you for the work. It's now this balance of inside and outside, and it's not about maintaining that anymore, because you've learned so much that your only protection now is to leap, to have faith in yourself, to know that life builds with you and works for you when you allow it to. Does that make sense? It's as if you can even respond, but I mean, you can in the comments. Though everything that you need to be is happening. And sometimes we have to just take our mind off of things, take our space in sitting back and letting everything kind of unfold. And for you, it's about having fun. It's about letting the pressure fall off, right? Letting yourself be okay with who you've become, and know that everybody's rooting for you anyway. Yeah, it's great maturity. It's beautiful. And you have a lot of guidance on your side. And the most intuitive part of you is being in your body, because that's what's going to keep guiding you. Being cardinal earth, you're directing things physically. So in order for you to understand that, it's to understand that with yourself first, right? So the more you learn that about yourself in each phase, which can be different, and we'll talk more about that and other things to come, the more you understand what you want to commit to, what kind of person you want to commit to. If you're in a committed relationship, just know that it's really important for you to still feel good, look good, be good, and also if your partner really needs you right now, I have a feeling that your partner is also doing really fucking well. But if your partner needs you right now, just give it to them. Like, the contentness that you feel has so much like room to give. So just give it to them. Give them what they need. You love that ego fluff just as much as anyone else. So give it away too. Like, let it be reciprocity. It is the season of giving, right? So, and you guys are known to be very, very giving, especially with your energy when you're available. Especially when your energy is available to and present. You give a lot just by being you. Getting a little hot. So just know that this new cycle, this new breath of fresh air for you from Sagittarius season to your season now until the summertime is going to continue to roll out for you. Just know that you've learned. And reciprocity, it's the biggest thing for sure. And using the sword in a way that's very content. You guys don't really use it unless you really have to, which is important for a leader, the kind of leader that you guys are. But boundaries become even more clear when you know your body well and you know what you need to do for yourself, because what's unraveling right now is everything that you learned. Again, I'm stressing that because the next 6 months are going to be you needing to stay there, you needing to understand those things in order to continuously move on the fool's path, on your path. It's important to recognize that, because it's that space of taking a breath and not knowing that you're not under pressure anymore. That's where decisions are made. Like an empress. Yeah, this has been really good for you. Oh my God, I'm really happy for you. I'm really glad I did your reading first, as I would, because it's your season. Though you guys have been on my mind a lot. If you want to work with me further, there will be an extended reading on Patreon. The link will be below for that. I'm really excited about it. Where you can also purchase one-on-one readings. You can also purchase a one-on-one reading and get some artwork by me, which is really cool. Another additive. Yeah, so check that out. And I look forward to seeing how this unravels for you. This is golden. I love you. See you next month. Hi, Capricorn. Thank you for your patience. I have been laid up in bed with the COVID. So, and I finally have like some energy today. So I just want to get into the second part of your reading. So as you can see, your hard work is paying off, and it's more now, you've been working hard externally and internally, very much so, on what you want, on what what you see for your future. And it's like, this reading is amazing. The only thing that might come up this month, maybe it already has come up for you, as we have already begun January and Capricorn season. Every time you get into that place where you feel stuck, remember, you didn't work that hard to imprison yourself. You didn't work that hard to put yourself in this box or whatever it is. I had this set up at first as like a pyramid, because for you guys, it's like a nice view of like you going up and up and up and up and up. But I couldn't get it in the shot. So just know that it's like I wanted to make it like a pyramid. So the Fool here is telling you that the Wheel of Fortune is going to continue to turn and continue to be on like luck and acknowledgement and making magic out of what you've worked hard for to become yourself, when Saturn and Jupiter are both in your sign. And all of this is beginning to change. So remember the Fool. The Fool for you is about bringing out more of that side of yourself that has fun, that just goes with life. Yes, you're still going to be working and building, but life kind of wants you to, it's not taking a back seat to your life at all. It's just taking not only the pressure off, but the pressure to go somewhere, because you've done a lot of the hard work, and life kind of wants you to see it now. It wants you to see also where your ego lies, of course, as always, that balance for you guys. But it's about being your most
you and letting yourself feel it, letting others see it, and letting it be a part of your purpose, a part of your path, a part of how your body feels. This is also how your body feels. And using your body in the ways that are going to make you feel more free. What do I mean by that? It's not just working out. It's being healthy, so it's your most healthy body. Of course, listening to that. When your body feels stuck, when you feel heavy, you know that you need to let go and let loose in whatever way that means to you. Okay? Your counterpart, Cancer here. So if there is a Cancer in your life, they might be noticing you, acknowledging you, or it could be someone, this is you, but it also, you could be being seen by a lot of people. So there could be a Sagittarius, another Capricorn, or a Cancer, or a Taurus, even a Gemini. There's a lot of people noticing you now, but especially Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. You're being recognized and noticed and seen for all that you've accomplished and all that you've been doing behind the scenes. So when it's time to use the sword and cut out things, you'll know, because it will be very clear to you what you don't want to commit to and what you do want to commit to. It's so clear what you do want to commit to and what you do want to continue to work with, work on, be in relationship with, who it is, because you feel the contentness. You feel yourself sitting in your seat and you feel content with this person, with this business, with what you're doing. That's your sign. So many people are going to acknowledge you and continue to acknowledge you and continue to want what you have, or want to be more like you. But just notice who's jealous and who's not. Notice is, oh, now that they're doing well and they're like showing that they're happy and doing this, like more people are going to be very attracted to you, as they already are, but even more so. So you want to cut out the things that you're, and the people that you don't want to commit to, that you don't see yourself working with or working towards. There's no use for it, because it will just bring you out of your contentness and out of that feeling of this is what I worked for. This is what I worked for. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. And the Empress is here saying that by springtime into summer, you're going to really put this, even more so, put this suit on, put your suit on, suiting up, right? So pass all of the things, like no crazy explanations, no whatevers, just see those people for who they are, trying to get a piece of what you have, and just pass it, you know? And by being you are going to continue to teach people what it's like to ride this wave of luck and goodness for you. It's well deserved. So even though you love to work and you love to make money, it's well deserved that you have this easy pace for yourself, this smooth pace for yourself. Okay? Just when you feel that you need to cut things off, just do it swiftly, easily, no big deal. Don't consult another person. Consult you and God and the divine, the universe. Consult the universe. And then you'll be reminded that, oh, whatever is bringing you out of this place, it's a no. It's a, okay, see you later. I don't have time for that right now. And you'll feel it in your body too. But your purpose is going to continue to move forward, and you're going to continue to mold this path where you're like, cool, all right, Aquarius, it's your turn. You know, I love this for you. And it's a great time to develop a relationship as well. So if you're someone who is looking for a relationship or wanting one, there's going to be no problem picking right now, picking those people. Just remember, you don't want you'll know what's real and what's not. As far as I know, you'll know what's for real and what's not for real, and who's for real and who's not. Use the power and use the magic that you have to keep creating that golden era for you. Okay. Extended will be up soon on Patreon. I will have that link below. And I hope you have a wonderful season. It's your season. Happy birthday, Capricorn. I love you. See you next month.